Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Allow me to begin this video by asking you these two simple questions. My first question is this: will Edwin Sifuna survive in ODM party after the death of Raila Odinga? I'm asking that question because the person who used to shield Edwin Sifuna in ODM party is now gone, Raila Odinga. Will he survive? My second question: what are some of the options available to Edwin Sifuna? What are his options after the death of Raila Odinga? Because I paid very close attention to the speech by Edwin Sifuna during the burial of Raila Odinga. And recently, I also paid very close attention to the speech by Gladys Wanga. Yesterday, I attended the burial of one of the foremost sons of Nyakach, Fred Odhiambo, former Deputy Auditor General, and also listened very keenly to the speech by Sam Atandi. My question is, will Edwin Sifuna survive, and what are his options? For us to understand all this, I want to play for you the clip of Edwin Sifuna during the burial of Raila Odinga, just a part of it, and pay very close attention to what Edwin Sifuna is trying to say, his body language and the tone. Because for me, Edwin Sifuna was really paining. He's a guy who is cornered by the death of Raila Odinga.
Asanteni. Nimekuwa nikijiuliza, wherever Baba is, what is it that I can say or do that will actually make him proud? What are the things that we should do as a leadership of the party right now to make Baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako Baba, ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Odinga. Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba, I as Sifuna will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that.
No, that's Edwin Sifuna. And the other day, Gladys Wanga really issued a stern warning to Rigathi Gachagua. And in that warning, Gladys Wanga added, in quotes, Edwin Sifuna and Babu Owino to that list. Listen in.
To date, Rigathi Gachagua is yet to mourn Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, who braved political tensions to go and mourn his brother, the late Rigathi Gachagua. And therefore, we note now that anyone who associates with Gachagua and his ilk, like Kahiga, cannot be our friend. The line is drawn. Yes. Any person who associates with Gachagua, Kahiga, they cannot be our friends. Yes. Whether they are in our party or outside our party. Yes. Kahiga has drawn the line.
So in this video, I want us to look at the options available for Edwin Sifuna after the death of Raila Odinga. Before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, when Raila Odinga appointed Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General of the biggest political party at that time, many ODM supporters were really surprised. But with the time, as usual, Raila Odinga was vindicated. Edwin Sifuna emerged as the best Secretary General ODM party has ever had, apart from maybe, of course, ODM party has been lucky. They had Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o. They also had Babu Owino, who performed so well. Edwin Sifuna actually exceeded the expectation of ODM supporters. And within no time, Edwin Sifuna emerged as a close confidant of Raila Odinga. And I remember at some point, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o revealed to Kenyans how he brought Edwin Sifuna on board. And he told ODM supporters that Edwin Sifuna is actually the future of ODM. And it was expected that now with the death of Raila Odinga, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o and the others who believe in Edwin Sifuna were going to make sure that Edwin Sifuna becomes the future of ODM party. But from all indications, the Central Management Committee of the ODM party, which is the highest decision-making organ of the party, don't believe in Edwin Sifuna. And Edwin Sifuna is a sole voice in that organ of the party, which means Edwin Sifuna might actually be forced out. Oburu Odinga was appointed recently as the chair. Oburu Odinga was appointed recently as the new party leader. Edwin Sifuna made a commitment that he is not going to be one of the people who will lead to the collapse of ODM party. But what are his options ahead of 2027 election, especially considering the fact that he's opposed to William Ruto and the other camp have committed that they'll support William Ruto whether what or not. For me, these are some of the options available for Edwin Sifuna, and maybe you can tell me which one is the best for him. Number one, Edwin Sifuna can embrace the new leadership in ODM party. And in that new leadership, the only person who has been brought on board is Oburu Odinga. We all know that Oburu Odinga supports the broad-based government. You see, for Raila, he was supporting the broad-based government, but he was leaving some room that, ODM can sponsor a candidate. Who told you? And in most cases, he would support Sifuna, and Sifuna was one of the people who were known to oppose this broad-based government. And most people, like myself, believed that there was no way Edwin Sifuna would talk the way he was talking, oppose the broad-based government the way he was opposed to it, without Raila Odinga's approval. So some of us believed up to now that Edwin Sifuna was speaking for Raila Odinga. So he can go ahead and embrace Oburu Odinga and then figure out how he's going to manage the issue of supporting William Ruto. Because the thing is, Edwin Sifuna has made public pronouncements that he can never support Ruto. So which means even if these people were to agree in a meeting, Edwin Sifuna will never make that decision. Because if he were to make it, Kenyans will be on his neck. So he can decide, okay, let me embrace these people, but I'm going to take a low profile. I'm not going to campaign for Ruto. I'm not going to do anything, but just remain the party secretary general. Number two, and I think this could be the best strategy, maintain status quo. What is the status quo? When Raila Odinga was alive, Edwin Sifuna was opposed to broad-based government. Raila was supporting broad-based government. Now we have a new party leader. Edwin Sifuna should maintain his position that I'm opposed to the broad-based government. Oburu is supporting broad-based government. But on any other party matters, I'm in them fully. In fact, if I were him, I'd take a leading role in campaigning in Kasipul, in campaigning in Magharibi. I think those are the only two seats ODM party is contesting. And Ugenya, and Ogunja, those three. but still just maintain status quo, so that he will be able to maintain his supporters, people who don't support Ruto. At the same time, he won't be in a position to antagonize those who support Ruto. Number 3, which is radical, is for Edwin Sifuna to figure out his political future. And I've always maintained on this platform that in politics we have only 2 constants: the interest and betrayal. Edwin Sifuna can sit down and ask himself, what are my personal political interests? And am I going to betray ODM, or is ODM betraying me? After making those decisions, he can then decide to defect to one of the parties, big parties. And for me, the best option for him would be to join either Matiangi or Wiper. And the advantage of joining Wiper is that he will become eligible and one of the potential running mate in that ticket, because it's going to be a very big catch. So he can decide to join one of those big political parties and leave ODM party, because I know the kind of war which is going to be waged in ODM party. Only 2 or 3 things are going to happen. The first thing going to happen is that they might fight and finally agree to unite. Number 2, which is what I suspect, ODM is going to split into pieces. And number 3, it might collapse altogether. So he can decide now, defect. Number 4, Edwin Sifuna can form his party. Having served as the Secretary General of the party, of ODM, he understands the operations of a political party. The only thing is, Kenyans can always cheat you that they're with you. They're clapping for you. They're singing for you. But when you make that critical move now, then they leave you. But again, that's an option. But I doubt if Kenyans lack political parties. Maybe should identify a political party and join. And lastly, he can decide to watch all these political developments from a distance, so that when the time comes, he can claim that he was not party to it. He can be vindicated. Then he becomes a hero. Because right now, for ODM party to survive, and I keep on repeating, for ODM as a political party to survive, they must rally behind Oburu Odinga. Sifuna must accept Oburu Odinga as the party leader. Otherwise, if that will not happen, until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.